A lot of the time when people are asking me about my record, they... They try and question the title. They're like, why is it called The Origin of Love? Are you saying you're the origin of love? I'm like, oh no, you totally missed the point if you think that I'm trying to say that. But I find it funny that it's a kind of title that makes people question, and I have this habit of always choosing titles that sound more like movies than normal album titles. I thought it would be a really nice idea to have a title that's called The Origin of Love, and then to spend 12 songs trying to figure out what is the origin of love. So what is the concept of a love song? How many different kinds of love songs can you come up with? Like, they're not a single one of them is a traditional, like, cheesy ballad from the 90s. It's certainly not that kind of record.
I wanna come home to the only place I know, where the trees I planted grow. I wanna come home.
In starting to write about love songs, I started to kind of figure out that actually, through trying to figure out what it was, why do we want to fall in love? Why do we fall in love? I started to talk about, like, my own life. I started to talk about everything from hate to politics to religion to tolerance, and all this kind of thing kind of got created almost by accident, where I guess it's me as a 28-year-old looking at my life and going, okay, this is the religion I grew up with. This is the world that I grew up in. This is what, this is what money means. This is what politics means. All these different things that I started to explore in a kind of very open and candid and honest way on this record. So, did I find the origin of love? No, but I certainly got a little bit closer. And also, The Origin of Love is a song on the record, and it's this kind of crazy, ultimate love song. It's like, I wanted to write this enormous Tower of Babel. It's like, it's so ridiculous. It's like, I want to tell you that I love you like the Bee Gees. I want to tell you that I love you like Fleetwood Mac. I want to tell you that I love you like church music. Like, do you understand? The whole record was very instinctive. As soon as I found a way to put the right people around me, so that I felt like I had a team, as soon as that happened, then everything else was easy. Things changed in my personal life, yes, and I went through loss, and I went through, crushes again and all that stuff, and so yes, I think inevitably things were going to change. The first record I made was really the first album was the product of school and university, and it was like this thing that just happened. And then after that, my second album was like starting to move away from that, and I think with the third album, it's a different chapter. It's a different, I guess you could say it's a slightly more grown-up chapter, but at the end of the day, it's still extremely joyful. it still has this sense of kind of dreaming.
Big girl, you want me there for? 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 Just have to put a fire out, try yourself to be late. Big boy, come on around, I'm never gonna leave you, baby. Fantasize, so what's in my braces? Wondering all the girls around, just all the right places. Big girl, you want me there for?
I hope to translate as much as I can into the next tour. I mean, I think firstly, the most amazing thing is to have a whole bunch of new songs to be able to sing on stage, because I don't think anyone understands what it's like to have to do a tour and only have one album, and then you have 2 albums, and now when suddenly as you have 3, it's like suddenly the whole tour changes. You can actually decide on a nightly basis what songs you want to play, which is a luxury for a younger artist. And also, I don't know, I think that this music evokes such an enormous range of visuals. So I can start a show in black and white, and then I can end it in ridiculous multicolor. Even now that I'm planning the artwork for the album, which always ends up influencing the show, it's like I'm trying to figure out ways of using color as a more dangerous thing. Before, color was just used to fill in my cartoon world. Now color actually it's going to feel quite dangerous and quite like it's like a force of itself. So there's a lot of like swashes of very bright colors on the new record, but the photography, most of it is in black and white.
He's got money in my bank to bank, and I guess you could think he's living at ease, like lovers on the open shore. What's the matter when you're sitting there with so much more? What's the matter while you're watching what the hell to be? Are you wishing you were ugly like me? Blame it on the girls who know what to do. Blame it on the boys who keep hitting on you. Blame it on your mother for the things she said. Blame it on your father, but you know he's dead. Blame it on the
When I set out to make this record, I didn't really say I'm going to collaborate with people. Because normally when you think of a collaboration, you think, okay, someone's written a song and then maybe Pharrell has come on and sung a little bit on top. But it's so not what happened. With this kind of collaboration was kind of like, I'm going to create a team, and I'm going to create an atmosphere, and I'm going to be able to kind of like do this with a whole group of people so that I don't feel alone. And so yeah, there are, like in that team, I went around the world trying to find people that I thought would be interesting or would want to make music with the same attitude as me. And in doing so, I ended up finding everyone from Pharrell Williams to Benny Benassi to a young 22-year-old called Friars that I found on the internet who had never done anything, a young band that hasn't even released a record called the Hi Hi's from New York, and Nick Littlemore from Empire of the Sun. And I worked on their records, they worked on my records. I got a song out of it on Empire of the Sun's album and also on a Madonna album, and this is this community that was built around the record. My favorite song on the album, I love a song called Underwater, but my favorite song on the album is The Origin of Love, the title track. It's fun and it's bizarre and it makes you dream. Hey, this is Mika, and I want to say a massive hello to everybody at Stage Magazine and all the followers at Television Net as well. Until the next show, ciao from somewhere in Milan.